Have you ever seen a PTE respond to a situation question and suddenly your mind goes completely blank? You know English, you understand the situation, but when it's time to speak, nothing comes out. If that sounds familiar, don't worry, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a simple strategy that can help you answer almost any respond to a situation question confidently and improve your speaking score immediately. The biggest mistake students make is thinking there is a perfect answer. There isn't. The exam is not testing whether your opinion is right or wrong. It's testing whether you can communicate clearly, naturally, and fluently. Think about real life. If your friend asks for advice, there isn't only one correct response. There are many possible answers. The same idea applies in PTE. Let's first understand what this task is really testing. Respond to a situation mainly evaluates your speaking ability, pronunciation, fluency, vocabulary, and whether your response is appropriate for the situation. That means your goal is not to create the world's most intelligent answer. Your goal is to keep speaking naturally and stay relevant. Here's the easiest strategy. First, acknowledge the situation. Second, give your reason, opinion, or response. Third, end politely. That's it. This simple 3-step structure works for most questions. Let's look at an example. Imagine the situation says, your friend invites you to dinner, but you're busy that evening. Many students panic and say something like, sorry, I can't come. Technically, that's correct, but it's too short. A much better answer would be, thank you for inviting me to dinner. I'd love to join you, but unfortunately, I already have plans that evening. Maybe we can meet another day instead. Notice how easy that sounds. No difficult vocabulary, no complicated grammar, just clear communication. Now, here's a secret that many students don't know. Fluency is often more important than using advanced words. Some students try to impress the examiner with difficult vocabulary. Then they pause, hesitate, and make mistakes. It's like trying to drive a race car before learning how to ride a bicycle. Simple English spoken smoothly is usually better than advanced English spoken with lots of pauses. Let's look at another example. Suppose your manager asks if you can work an extra shift this weekend. A weak response would be, no, I'm busy. Now listen to this. Thank you for asking. Unfortunately, I already have commitments this weekend, so I won't be able to take the extra shift. However, I'd be happy to help on another day if needed. Can you hear the difference? The second response sounds professional, polite, and natural. That's exactly what you want. Another common mistake is ignoring who you're speaking to. Students often answer a manager the same way they would answer a friend. Always think about the relationship. If you're speaking to a friend, your language can be casual. If you're speaking to a teacher, manager, or customer, your language should be more formal. That small adjustment can make your response much stronger. Now let's talk about a powerful rescue strategy. What happens if you don't know what to say? This is where many students panic. Instead of freezing, repeat part of the situation naturally and then respond. For example, imagine the prompt says, your neighbor complains that your music is too loud. You could say, thank you for letting me know about the noise. I'm sorry if the music disturbed you. I'll reduce the volume and be more careful in the future. Simple, relevant, effective. Even if you're nervous, this strategy gives you something to say immediately. Now let's have a little fun. Imagine the situation says, your friend wants to borrow your pet dragon. First of all, if your friend wants to borrow your dragon, you probably have bigger problems than PTE. A weak answer would be no. A better answer would be, I'd love to help, but my dragon has a very busy schedule this week. Maybe after he finishes protecting the kingdom. It sounds funny, but it proves an important point. The exam doesn't care whether the situation is realistic. It cares whether you can communicate clearly. Here's another funny example. Imagine your teacher asks why your homework isn't finished. You could say, I'm sorry, but my cat decided to become a quality inspector and sat on my keyboard for 2 hours. Would that happen in real life? Probably not. Would it still demonstrate communication skills? Absolutely. Now let's discuss timing. You don't need to speak forever. Most strong responses are around 20 to 35 seconds long. That's enough time to explain your answer without running out of ideas. Another useful hack is to avoid memorizing complete answers. Some students try to memorize dozens of responses. The problem is that every situation is different. Instead, memorize the structure. Acknowledge,